Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, J Funk. Thinking right in my living room where I do what I do for you. Today, right isn't 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message and story for life. I give you life lessons. You coming to get them, so I'm gonna keep on giving them to you. I appreciate you. This is gonna be a good one. It's a question that was asked to me. I'm gonna answer it in a lesson. But let's get this mission statement out the way in the question. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know who you are. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily. Gotta put the time in, gotta put the work in every day. Will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's the goal for all right thinkers. Then, after the mission that I'm on, I'm gonna ask you the question: do you know you? I'm trying to help you find out for yourself. That's what I do for you. But the question is, know thyself. It's profound. Check it out. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my out be true. You've got to pay respect to my girl because you got to have balance in your life. You can't get around it. She's gonna be there judgment day also. That's not a lesson. But let's go with this one. Right thinkers, I was asked the question, what's right? What's the great awakening? Good question. You hear the word being slung around now, everybody becoming conscious, and it's going to be a big shift, and everybody starting to wake up. I've been telling you for the last 5 years, the great awakening is you being your best self and knowing yourself. In doing so, you'll learn a whole lot about yourself and other things that's going on in the world. I'm fluent in a whole bunch of various areas of things. I don't talk about them why. This is my lane, teaching right thinking concepts. So that's what I do for you. Today, I'm going to break down the concept from my perspective about the Great Awakening. And we do need it. Big time. All right. Awakening means to be aware of everything, aka around you, and more importantly, yourself. Knowing yourself, you are aware. You're awakening. Okay, to what? Yourself. Because the mind is asleep. The mind is not aware of what it is. You have to wake it up, so to speak, with what? Knowledge that you have to obtain, aware life that you have to live. Everybody not gonna wake up at the same time. Everybody not gonna put the work in to get it done. This is why the pyramid represents everybody. We start out down here. Only a few get up there. I'm one of the few. What about you? Let's go. Right thinking philosophy, help me get you there, is geared to do just that. Wake you up to yourself with knowledge that will help you become a better you. Hence, spiritual knowledge and knowledge of self. I study daily. That's to improve my personal knowledge of things around me in my life. I'm proficient in right thinking concepts, so I don't need to study that. That's why I study other things for that purpose, to have knowledge of other things. Great is reaching the highest heights in life spiritually, knowledge wise. When you know yourself, you reach the highest level. The seventh round of the chakra ring, the crown. Okay, that means you're fully enlightened. You know yourself. You reach the knee house. That's called awakening. The great awakening across the board ain't gonna happen. But for each individual to live their best life, it would be a great awakening for everyone that wake up. I had one. Great awakening is reaching your goal in life, just like moi, Mr. Wright. I'm trying to get you to understand if you put X amount of work in, you learn X, Y, and Z about yourself, you will have a great awakening for yourself. That's the purpose of right thinking philosophy, to get you to reach a level of greatness within yourself. I'm prepared for it every day. My job, my mission is to wake up wake up as many people as I can. I'm not gonna go on the corner and no, I'm not doing that. But I have a platform right here. That's why I tell you I do what I do right here for you. You stay tuned, you can get all you need. I got it. I call myself a spiritual alarm clock. Hence, I give you knowledge that will wake you up to yourself. It's a good hook there, a segue. I know that if you live right daily, you change. That's right thinking philosophy. And if you choose to become a right thinker, you choosing to change your life and do the best you could to be the best you can be. Hence, greatness, preparing, practicing for greatness within yourself. Waking up. Had a great awakening for yourself. I'm not going around, like I said, with a bullhorn. Hey, my people, wake up, stop. And I seen them guys do that, didn't like it, and I refuse to be one of them. But I have a message. I have a mission. I'm on it, doing what I do right now for you, okay? I have a platform for right here where I do what I do, again, for you. Segue, this is all my planned work. I just go over it, then I come and put it down for you and add on as I go to the show. But the answer to your question is a great awakening is every individual's finding his greatness within himself and realizing it spiritually. Excuse me. I also teach my right thinking classes every week, and from what I hear, they love it. But from what I'm seeing, I'm watching them grow in knowledge of self and spiritually understanding how this thing is played out. So I'm getting better at giving the information to them. I see they're getting better as they use it and seeing it working. So they coming back and they want more. Tastes like more. That lemon and onion juice don't taste too bad right about now for my students. Okay, right thinkers. Here you go. Great is you being your best self, aka to know thyself. The best whoever did it for my money, he's the greatest, Muhammad Ali. He found it within himself. He didn't go outside of himself to find greatness or to become great, not just in the ring. That's the difference. You can be good at one element, you can be good at this now, but if you're great at being you, that's the greatest you can be. I read about a lot of great men and women, okay, I like, but I knew the greatest in my lifetime. I got a chance to witness it. So I prided myself after that, being my best self. That's what he did. Across the board. I strive for greatness daily. It's become my mantra. I'm practicing for greatness. Why? I want to be my best self. I'm like my idol. Okay? And you can't do that taking days off. You can't do that saying, well, no, you got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. That's why I do what I do for you. It's part of my greatness. Getting the job done to show you how it's done. Okay? I never wanted to dunk like Mike or throw football like Johnny Unitas or shoot like the Birdman. Nah. I was also a big fan of Jim Brown, Coach Vince Lombardi, who was came to me, the guy voice, that's the voice he used, that's another story. But Gail Sayers, and my quarterback, Jefferson Street, Joe Gillen for the Steelers before Bradshaw, another story, I ain't going in it. And then LT. These are all great individuals in their own profession, their own rights. I still say Muhammad Ali for my money, okay? The only one I ever wanted to be like was Muhammad Ali, okay? Being your best self across the board says it all. And when you can pull it off, says even more. There you go. Let's wrap this thing up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Awakening. The definition is what is meant by spiritual enlightenment. Nihas. The Egyptians lived for having that great awakening. That's the ticket to the afterlife, conceptually. When you obtain spiritual knowledge and you use it, meaning you live right, you do the things you're supposed to do, you acknowledge it, now you are awakened to who you are and how you should be and where you're going. If you do this, what's going to be the benefit of that? You don't get it here. That's the name of the game. How big is your faith? How strong is your belief? How big is your faith in the afterlife? A lot of people want it. When that? How do I know? Put the work in. That's the only way you're gonna find out. Nobody ever came back and told us how. We just know what. We don't know after that. We can only surmise. So I'm in that number. I don't know no more than nobody else. Okay? But I made my decision to do what I do here. For that, I got that covered. Okay? That's why I live right. Right thinking philosophy will give you the tools you need for your greatness, great awakening. I'm going to give you everything you need to become your best self. That's the lesson that you learn from right thinking philosophy on a weekly basis. There's never going to be a test. Why? Life is your test. No paper. Got time for that. Here you go. Great is being your best self. Awakening is knowing yourself. Get it? Hope it's making sense to you. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up. Right thinking philosophy does just that. Wake you up to your greatness within yourself. It ain't out there. Greatness is God. Find him. He's inside you. Then you can enjoy him like I do. All right. I'll teach you how to be your best self. How are you going to do that? By showing you every day. That's what I do for you. I document it. I keep track of it so that you know, yeah, it's called due diligence. It's called discipline, spiritual discipline. But you can do it too. I have put together a daily program for myself for over the last 5 years. I didn't just start. All right, so for those who just giving on, they didn't just start doing this. I've been doing it for a while. Right thinking philosophy, when made a way of life, will transform you into a better you. That I guarantee. I had my great awakening about 7 years ago now, but I teach it to others. Why? Because I know how to do it. I can teach you also. That's why I teach, and that's why I do what I do for you. Come on and get it. Have your great awakening. All right, here you go. I'm awake, and I want everyone else who wants to be awakened to have the same experience. The great awakening is for every individual to recognize himself and come to contact with understanding the knowledge of him being connected with the Maker, aka Nihas, aka spiritual awakening, or the great awakening. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got more.